Love it when I make a mistake. When it comes to... I'm sick and tired. Oh. Oh, but you gotta. I wonder which it is, though. Oh. I'm gonna sneeze, though. I was in a trick. But it's like... Oh, man. Oh, it's... With a... What? That's gonna come and bite me in the ass. Whew. It's gonna bite me in the ass, isn't it? Ah, Adine's stage name. What a good stage name. Oh, something about this, though. But this whole date just gets me. I don't know. Adine is just so sweet. There's something so human about her, because it's like, she's nervous. She's not always 100% into it. She's kind of going back and forth. She has thoughts and feelings, and they all come up. Whereas with most other characters, it doesn't seem to be as relevant. Like, even with Remy, it just feels weird. It's weird that this song is still playing at this point. Like, ow. Something about it just feels a bit off. And then you get the character graphic. I gotta say, I'm in a very weird mood. It's like my mood dictates more what I think about this game than what I actually think about this game. Ain't that a hoot? Oh, just look at that. Eyes look great. Look at this. Just look at the shot. Like, it's not much. Like, it is just a person flying. Here's a fun tip. There's no way her wings could be shaped like this. I think. I'm pretty sure. Also, the way this works would drastically limit her dexterity more than you think it does. Like, whew. That is too thin. Like, let me tell you this. That's a... I don't know. Is that too thin? It feels like it. I also like how, this person does the old filling bucket trick, because, that's an interesting little mistake to have over there. I know it's a tiny detail, but... like, you should know those things can happen. Oh, let's check the other fine details. Actually, those are all very blunt. Which kind of works, I guess. If everything's sharp, then, you know, character design tends to feel less organic. It's a way to make evil people look evil, is you just add a lot of detail. Also, that leg should be a little bit more to the front, because if you really put them side by side, still should be a little bit more to the front. That shit's hard, though. Like, that takes effort. Sun. I forgot the sun is a graphic. Is it? Like, I don't know what it is. Oh, it's just a loop. Yep. Oh, no word for that. Oh, I'm nervous. It's already hard enough. Oh, no. I always get that one wrong. No. Oh wow, that's one heck of a word. Repertoire. Repertoire. Ah, yeah, of course. Ah, where's my head? I'll tell you where it is. It's full of boogers. Boogers and snot. The thing that gets me about this... Like, I really feel this needs to be said about Adine's technique is... Like, doing this is very hard. A lot more than you think it is. The biggest problem is stabilization afterwards. Like, in order to fly, you need to have a certain degree of speed to keep going. You can't just accelerate. It's what stalling is about. So being able to do this as an organic life form is... I think someone in, like, the chat said it's actually impossible to do that. Because it's so demanding on your ability to keep, maintain, and re-accelerate. Imagine she waggles like a little penguin. I like this. This is cute. Oh, it's so cute. And it's got that... I like one thing about Adine is she's got a little childish touch. Like, clearly she has... She wants to, at least, have this very wide-eyed, bright-eyed vision of the reality, but at the same time, there's all these moments where it puts her back down. And I still like the idea of, like, the sequel being, like, 5 years in the future, and you go to a city of dragon isolationists. It's got a certain touch to it. Like, you can do stuff with that. It could be like the reason you can't leave is that they don't have the parts or something. Like, you're in a car and they don't have the parts, and you're, like, stuck there for a little bit. And so they're like, well, I guess you have a place you can crash until then. Because they're not, like, they're not evil. They're not gonna let you starve. Even though they don't like you. Because, like, I imagine that if in whatever happens after this, a lot of dragons are gonna be like, man, I miss the old home. I really don't like this whole thing with humans. Like, how can we be sure? Like, some dragons might have stayed behind specifically for that purpose, and the portal stopped working, everyone's like, ah, the humans broke it or something. Like, you can make stuff around that. Like, conspiracies can have severe impacts, even if they're not real. I don't think this trick is actually physically possible, but then again, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep consistent as to what is possible and what isn't, no one tends to notice. Unless they're physics experts. Just like how she already... Like, how does she figure out the smoke trolls will do that at all? Like, what if it's windy that day? Oh. Although, that being said, it mostly seems to be circles and loopings. Like, so far, the descriptions are pretty bland. Like, spectacular, yes, but not impressive. Not, like, visually appealing. Kind of like low-grade fireworks. Like, sure, it's fun, but... You know, it's not the artisan that you're expecting. Humans with jetpacks could probably do better, because jetpacks are better at rapid acceleration because of, you know, fuel combustion being much more efficient than muscles. The thing that gets me about the smoke drill is how is she gonna activate it? Like, they're, like, you need to activate at a certain point. And, like, you're probably gonna have more to the routine. Like, It's still kind of sad that Adine fucking dies during this, if you don't stop her. Like, with all the characters, it kind of makes sense. Like, Bryce blows up. Okay, a bomb, you can't survive that. Can't survive getting hung up. I guess drowning's pretty bad. Getting murdered, okay. But Adine dies in, like, what is basically a complete accident. With people around. Like, wow. Her death is the most public of all, which explains why it's so late. Like, the reason Adine has to die this late in the story is if she dies at any sooner moment in this particular scenario, it's also kind of a stupid way to save her. You save her by confirming her fears about self-doubt and telling her, oh, you can do it later. It's like, no! Like, that's part of the whole deal. It's so stupid. Ugh. That being said, it's also kind of good subversive storytelling. It's just kind of weird that after this point, like, the date's already technically done. Like, the more I look at this, the more I think about what Adine does and how she just gets her ass kicked. Is... Like, I don't know what to make of it. Like, her death, of all deaths, feels kind of weird, contextually speaking. It's in a public place, it's during a public event, there's people around, she's already injured, which shouldn't actually contribute to her dying more, but, like, compared to everyone else, like, well, it just feels so weird, because her death situation, I guess that's the same with Lorm. It's kind of weird, because, technically speaking, Adine can die while you're out there with Remy, and it doesn't impact that date at all? Like, what? Determination. I wonder how they translate it if they bother to in Undertale. Like, there's a couple, there's this one you can go for, Sparana, it's a good one. But there's not a lot of good words. Like, some words just don't translate directly, even if you need just a flat term. Don't know why she'd have to go up first, but whatever. It's weird that it never points out that that's basically a conical shape. There's one thing to mention about this, though. The way this is described implies that she's not very high, which makes the nosedive very unimpressive. Like, a nosedive from a few feet above is like, eh. Like, you're not even building speed. That's the point. Speed! Maybe that's it. Maybe, like... Well, I mean... if her foot hits the ground, there's a limit to how much physical speed she can build up, you know? Like, humans have survived car crashes. Although that's with airbags. I can't imagine her going to speeds in a trick like this. Because tricks, like, the problem with tricks is they eat up your speed. They eat up your energy and convert it into weird crap. Like, fighting centripetal force is pretty hard. I don't know if it's centripetal or centrifugal. I just know there's a force. I know there's a force in it or something. I don't know. I know that one of them is fake. I just don't remember which one it is anymore. I just need to look it up once and just get it straight. I don't think it would have to get caught on anything. It could just get caught on the water. Like, the water is so much more dense and has so much more inertia that just getting your foot in the water... here, creator, have you ever sat in the boat? Like, I've been on my dad's boat, like his little sloop, and I put my hand in the water. Holy crap! That's like going not even 50 kilometers an hour. That's not even 20 miles an hour. And your hand just goes whoop! You don't need to get caught on anything. Man. So it's kind of weird when these show up. Impressive that she doesn't say ow. Like, her first response... I guess they are fighting machines. They would have less pain receptors. How much more do we have? Yeah, there's a lot more than you think there is. Wow. I don't think I ever got this, because I never... did I? Do you have to get this for anything? I don't think it saves it. Yeah, it doesn't give a damn. It's weird that she says this, because she's clearly, like, on the... She's clearly on, like, the bottom rung of, like, dragon adults. Like, maybe kids have it worse as, like, orphans, sure, but as, like, when it comes to dragon adults, the fact that you have to scrounge food at some point. Like, like, whoa. So, he says it. In Dutch, you have to use a gendered pronoun. So, if Arm is like male, and you say and they're female, like, do you say can you still move her, or do you say still move him? Like, which is proper? Does a body part of a gendered individual inherit the gender? Is language like programming or not? This is a question, and I need answers. Maybe it's gender neutral and it specifically inherits it. But then what happens to an arm that's androgynous? What are you supposed to do with that one, huh? Yeah. Impressive that you know how braking works. I think, yeah, for stacking. I had one of those. I think that's actually the worst injury I've ever had, is I sprained my ankle running down a hill like a fucking idiot. One of the rare few times I ever was in an area with a slope that was any steeper than 1/100. Whew. I never broke bone. Like, a lot of people break bones because they go on a winter sport. Like, they go in and have like fun in the Alps. It's like where everyone gets their broken bones from, where they do stupid things like that. I didn't know any of that. I was too much of an indoor kid, which I guess saved me the pain, but at the same time, it makes you stronger. It makes you a strong boy, a fearless boy, and I'm none of those. Why do you bring this up? Like, I know that this is a significant, but why are you the one bringing this up? Like, shouldn't Adine at least be, like, on her own, like, figured out on this own? Ugh. Did you just leave the fish behind? Like, Adine probably can't carry much. Oh, this is the one where he's... oh no, it's the second one. Like, it's the fourth date. Because then she's like, I need to shower. Can you take off my bandages? Man. Like, I look back at this picture. This is such a striking picture. Something... Like, everyone's first meeting picture just works so well for me. I like it's called CG Combat. Which to me implies that there was something else gonna go on. Except not, because this is like super early on, so it's incredibly unlikely anything was going on. This one still looks weird because Sebastian's like coming off from the side and he has a little blush! A little baby blush! But he's coming off from the side. Also, this demonstrates just how massive these things are, that he occupies so much of the door frame. Look how wide those hips are! Look at that thick boy! That's a thick-ass boy. Little twig arms, comparatively. But yeah, like... Chapter 1 pictures, for one, are not in the chapter file, which should tell you exactly where these things came from, in terms of the demo. These are all text, but I can't see them because the text is visible. But yeah, like, when I see this, When I see this, I think of better ways this story could have gone. In some extent, I'm kind of interested in writing the sequel myself. But in another way, as I mentioned 100 times to 100 people, I can't finish shit. Unless it's someone else's project, then I somehow can. Which is weird. And then I usually put like an extra scoop on top and like, I'll color it too, why not? Except that one time, when I was writing. Which was mostly because I was a little shit, and like I couldn't find enough on the source material to know what the hell I was writing about, so it was like, But yeah, like I've got ideas. I'd love to do something with them. Or maybe not. I got this weird idea that the reason that the creator hasn't let anyone else into the group is because I'm making these videos to begin with, and it's like, great advertisement! Because I'm basically running you through parts of the stories, and each individual one is enough to make you go, I want to buy this. But not like, I spoiled myself. Like, you'll spoil a little bit, but not enough. You know? But then I talk about everything else, and it's like, you just spoiled that big thing. You just spoiled how Remy dies. Which is like, no, this isn't a slasher movie. You're not supposed to be excited about how people die. You're only supposed to be excited about how they get to live and play video games. That's the ending. That's the good ending for every character. Is they stay home, they play video games, and everything's all right. This is how it works.